Hello everyone, welcome back to Civil Engineering Blooms. So in this video I am going to discuss about the transportation engineering and I am going to make some videos related to geometric design and traffic engineering, highway materials, etc. So in this video I am going to discuss about the highway development and the planning. So the first topic is order of road development. Okay, so the road development was started with Roman roads. So I am just going to discuss the brief points which are important. Okay, so the Roman roads were built regardless of the gradients. They were the straight roads without any slope. Okay, and the thickness was about 0.75 to 1.2 meters, and the varying course of the top layer consists of large stone blocks. Okay, the first one would be the hard strata, and above that there would be a foundation. Okay, and above that there will be a lime concrete, and above that there will be a stone blocks or the stone slabs, like large stone slabs which are of about 10 to 15 centimeters, and overall road thickness would be 0.75 to 1.2 meters. And after Roman roads there were and Roman roads was constructed in 312 BC. Okay, and after Roman roads the development was done by Tresagat construction. And in Tresagat what happened is they have provided 1 in 45 slope for the surface drainage. Okay, and 1 in 20 slope for the shoulder, and the main consideration was drainage of surface water and the subgrade moisture. Okay, and thickness was about 30 centimeters. And after Tresagat construction, the next one was Metcalfe construction. And then so Metcalfe was in 1717 to 1810. Okay, and after that there was Telford construction. This work was started in 19th century. His work was started in 19th century in England. Okay, this was started in England, and a level subgrade was provided and a binding layer of varying course of 4 centimeter thickness. Okay, a slope, I mean like a varying course with slope has been provided of 4 centimeter thickness, and the slope considered is 1 in 45, and the thickness for foundation stone varied about 17 centimeters to 20 centimeters. For example, since they have provided the slope, it will be like this. Okay, at the end it was 17 centimeters, and at center it will be 22 centimeters for the foundation. Okay, and above that there will be a angular broken stone. Okay, and above that there will be a varying stone. I'm not going to show the detailed figure here. I'm just going to give the rough outline here. Okay, and the next one was macadam construction. So the in macadam what happened is he was the first person who suggested that heavy foundation is not required. Okay, so whatever the previous constructions we have seen for the road, they have providing the foundation a hard, I mean like a foundation has been, heavy foundation has been provided there, whereas coming to the macadam construction, he was the first person who suggested that heavy foundation stones are not required to be placed at the bottom layer. Instead of that, he provided the stones of size less than 5 centimeter to uniform thickness of 10 centimeters. Okay, and instead of providing the foundation stones, he suggested that it is important that we need to provide the subgrade drainage and the compaction. Okay, we need to provide the subgrade drainage and the compaction, so that given, so the subgrade was compacted and prepared with the cross slope of 1 in 36. So instead of providing the foundation stones, the compaction of subgrade was done with the slope of 1 in 36, and the pavement surface was also provided with the slope of 1 in 36, and the total thickness was kept uniform from edge to center with the minimum value of 25 centimeters. So the minimum value of varying course under macadam construction was 25 centimeters, and the slope considered was 1 in 36, and he was the first person who suggested that heavy foundation is not heavy foundation stones is not required here. Okay, and overall thickness, overall thickness was minimum 25 centimeters, and the for the foundation he suggested that stones of size less than 5 centimeters to uniform thickness of 10 centimeters. Okay, so stones of 5 centimeters, less than 5 centimeters are provided for uniform thickness of 10 centimeters. Okay, and the next comes waterbound macadam. Okay, in this method they have added this one, broken stones of the for the base course, and the surface course are bounded by the stone dust. So the sixth one was waterbound macadam. And coming to the modern road development in India, the first one was Jaikar Committee. So the first one was Jaikar Committee, and it was formed in 1927. After Jaikar Committee was formed, there were some recommendations like Central Road Fund, which was uh, applied in 1929, and after that we got Indian Road Congress in 1934, and then comes the Motor Vehicle Act. We can remember in order of years. The first one was Jaikar Committee 1927. After that we got the Central Road Fund. So that was 1929, and the next one was IRC 1934, and then we got the Motor Vehicle Act 1939. And after that Central Road Research Institute, which can be also called as CRRI. Okay, so sorry, this is Central Road Research Institute, which was formed in 1950. And the next one was National Highway Act 1956, and the next one is Highway Research Board, which was formed in 1973, and the last one was National Transport Policy Committee 1978. So from the starting 27, next one was in 1928, next one was 1934, next one was 1939. In between there were 20-year road plans. We'll discuss that in next one. So 34, 39, and next one was in 50, and in 56 we got the National Highway Act, and after that we got the Highway Research Board in 73, and National Transport Policy Committee was formed in 78. So these were the formations in India. So as per Jaikar Committee, Central Road Fund was formed in 1929. Okay, and there was an IRC. This is considered as the advisory body. Okay, and for research and development works, CRRI was formed in 1950. You can just remember in the order of the years. Okay, and the next one is road plans. The first 20-year road plan, which is also called as Nagpur Road Plan. It is from 1943 to 1963. Let us see the important considerations here. It was of star and grid pattern, and the target was total road length of 530 to 700 kilometer with density of 16 kilometer, okay, of road length per 100 kilometer square area would be available by 1963. So this is simply represented as for 100 kilometer square area they have to provide the 16 kilometer. Okay, so this is the density, or this is the target of the first 20-year road plan, and this this was achieved before the recommended time, like before 63 it was this target was achieved. This is the first one to be achieved, and the roads are classified as national highway, state highway, major road district, and ordinary district road and village roads under first year road plan. So national highways are denoted as NH and state highways as SH, and MDR is for major district roads, and ODR ordinary district road, and next one was village roads. Okay, and so the next one is second 20-year road plan, which was also called as Bombay Road Plan. It was from 1961 to 1981. Okay, the first Nagpur Road Plan was 1943 to 1963, whereas coming to the Bombay Road Plan, it was 1961 to 1981. So the target was 32 km per 100 square kilometer area. So in Nagpur it was 16 km per 100 km square. Here it was 32 per 100 km square area. Okay, and here one more thing is expressway was added in the second 20-year plan. So expressway was added. Whatever the Nagpur plan was there, in order to that expressway was added here. And the third one was third year road plan, which is Lucknow was the venue for this one, and roads are classified into primary, secondary and tertiary road systems. Okay, and the target was 82 kilometer per 100 square kilometers. Okay, sorry, 100 square kilometer area. For Nagpur it was 16, second road year was 32, and the third 20-year plan was 82. So first one, the venue was Nagpur, and second one was Bombay, and third one was Lucknow. Okay, and here next topic is classification of roads. So here the classification is one of based on rural roads and the urban roads. Okay, so classification of rural roads on the basis of traffic volume, load transport and the location and its function. So depending upon traffic volume it was heavy, medium and light. Okay, and depending upon the load transport it was class A and class B. Okay, coming to the urban roads, and the length of the urban roads are not included in the target of third 20-year plan. So just now we have discussed about the third 20-year plan, right? There the length of the urban roads are not included there. And the classification of urban roads are RTL roads, sub RTL, collector and local streets. So it has been divided into four roads: RTL, sub RTL and collector and local streets. Okay, and coming to the road patterns, the next topic is road patterns. So generally we'll see the road patterns, right, like a star and grid. Just now we have seen in the Nagpur. There are certain road patterns like rectangular or block pattern. It will be something like this. Say for example, if you are having a road like this and rectangular or block pattern, so rectangular and road block pattern, it will be something like this. Coming to the star and block pattern, or radial or star and block pattern, so it will be like this, and there will be something like radial ways. Okay, and there will be a blocks here. Okay, so this is radial and block pattern. Let me clear this one. And the next one is radial and star or circular pattern. Sorry, radial or star and circular pattern. Okay, if you are taking the star and block, it was like this. Okay, so radial, we are going to have a rectangular and it was radially distributed, whereas coming to star and circular, so what happens is it will be something like a polygon type like this. Okay, and they will be distributed in radial directions. Okay, and inside we are going to have the blocks with respect to the radial direction provided like this. Okay, so I have drawn some rough pattern here. And the next one is radial or star and grid. Sorry, this was star and grid, and circle means it will be normal circular with radial pattern. Okay, so if you are having a block like pattern, this is like star and grid, and if you are having normal circular with radial direction, that is star and grid. And the next one was hexagonal pattern. Just we are going to have some hexagonal patterns. Okay, like this we are going to have hexagonal pattern of roads. And the surveys considered for the road development was, we have to consider the planning surveys for assessing the road length requirements. So following studies are made. The studies were economic studies, financial studies, traffic road studies and the engineering studies. These are the surveys considered for the assessing of the road length requirements. Okay, and the next one was engineering surveys for the highway location. Different stages of engineering surveys was map study, recurrent survey and preliminary survey and location and detailed survey. So just I have given the outline of engineering surveys here, so we'll see in detail also. So in map study, the topographic maps are available for the survey from the Survey of India. Okay, there will be some contour intervals in the map study. Okay, which are of 15 to 30 meters. Okay, so simply map study is nothing but topographic related. Okay, and where we can see the existence of valleys, ponds, lakes, etc. Okay, and the next one is recurrent survey. So here we are going to examine the general character of the area. Okay, deciding the most feasible routes of detailed studies. So here what are the feasible routes for the different transportation routes. Okay, so this is studied in the recurrent survey. And next one is preliminary survey. Here we are going to have the again primary traverse. So let me write it here. So for preliminary survey, So we are going to have the preliminary survey where we are going to study about primary traverse, and we are going to again deal with the topographical features, leveling work, okay, drainage studies, soil survey, material survey, determination of final center line, etc. So actually you can study these all in the theory part. And the last one was location and detail survey. So these are the different stages of engineering survey. So in this video just we are discussing, like we are revising what are the road development and what were the important points. So in this video we have discussed about the different road plans and how the road development was started. And one more important thing is, for different road plans, three different road plans, we are having certain formulas. We'll see those formulas also. So the formulas related to Nagpur road plan. So first we have seen the Nagpur, right? Nagpur road plan was, if you want to calculate the total length of national highway, state highway and major district road. So this is the formula, okay. So the formula can be represented as like this: national highway plus state highway and plus major district road, okay, in kilometers. We are going to calculate in kilometers, and the formula is A by 8 plus B by 32 plus 1.6 N plus 8T, and we have to include the development allowance D, and we have to minus the existing length of the railway track, that is R. So this is the formula to calculate the total length of national highway plus state highway plus major district road. And here A is the agricultural land, A is agricultural land in kilometer square, and B is the non-agricultural land in kilometer square again. Here we are having N and T, two variables, like two terms I have given. N is number of towns and villages with population. This is number of towns with the population of 2001 to 5000, okay. N is the population, I mean number of towns with the population 2001 to 5000, and T is number of towns and villages with population greater than 5000, okay. So here in Nagpur plan, I mean in Nagpur road plan, if you want to calculate the length of the national highway plus state highway plus major district road, we have to consider the agricultural land plus non-agricultural land, and towns with population 2000 to 5000 and towns with population greater than 5000. So this is the formula: agricultural land by 8, non-agricultural land by 32 plus 1.6 into towns with population 2000 to 5000 and plus 8T. A by 8 plus B by 32 plus 1 by 6 into N plus 8T. So instead of studying like this, we can consider A as agriculture, B as non-agriculture, and it will be easy to remember the formula. So here they have added the development allowance. So this development allowance will be 15%, okay. 15% of the road length calculated to be provided for agriculture and industrial development during the next 20 years of the plan, okay. So whatever the road length they have calculated, in for that they will be taking the 15% of the development length, which is added to this formula, and whatever the existing railway length is there, that has been subtracted here, okay. And if you want to calculate the total road length for, so this was the one formula in Nagpur, first formula, and the second formula was length of ordinary district road plus village road. So we can consider ODR plus VR, and these all are in kilometers, okay. And the formula is 0.32 V. So simply you can note it down: 0.32 V plus 0.8 Q plus 1.6 P plus 3.2 S plus D. So this is S here. One second. So this is S. Okay, right. So 0.32 V plus 0.8 Q plus 1.6 P plus 3.2 S plus D. So what is this V, Q, P, S and D? Obviously D we knew. D is nothing but the development allowance. Okay, and here V is number of villages I mean, like we are calculating for ordinary district road and village. So this is something related to villages, right? VQPS. So V, where the population, I mean, V is nothing but number of villages with population range less than 500. Okay, and Q is for 501 to 1000. Okay, so whatever the numbers here I am writing is regarding the population. Okay, and P is for 1000 to, I mean, 1001 to 2000, and S is for 2001 to 5000. Okay, 2001 to 5000. I'm not writing in detail, just I'm indicating with the numbers here. V is number of villages less than, where the population is less than 500. Q is number of villages with population 501 to 1000, and P is for 1001 to 2000, and S is for 2001 to 5000. Okay, and D is development allowance of 15% for the next 20-year road plan. So these are the formulas for Nagpur plan. Similarly, there are formulas for Bombay road plan or the second 20-year road plan. We'll see that one also. So these are the formulas for Bombay road plan. Okay, so before seeing into the formulas, we'll see what are the notations. Okay, here we are having A, B, C, K, M in first formula, and as the formulas are increasing, we can see K, M, N, P, Q, etc. Okay, in different terms. Okay, so let us see what is ABC. First of all, A is developed and agricultural area. A for agricultural and developed areas. Okay, B is for semi developed, and whatever the formulas we are seeing here, it will be developed, it will be repeating in all the formulas. And C is for undeveloped. So we are having developed, semi developed and undeveloped. So first one is developed one, second one was semi developed, and third one was undeveloped. And we are going to see K, M, N, etc. So we'll see what is K, M, etc. So starting from the K, and all the alphabets apart from the D are related to population. Okay, K is the highest and V is the lowest. V is representing the villages. Okay, so in villages it will be less than 500. I mean, villages which are I mean, like number of towns or villages with population less than 500. Okay, V is for 500. I'm just going to say in increasing order from the bottom. If you want to remember in reverse order also, you can remember in that format. Okay, starting from the 500, the next one T is 500 to 1000. Similarly, the next S is 1000 to 2000, and R is 2000 to 5000. From here it has been increasing 2000 to 5000, and for Q it was 5000 to 10,000, and for R it was 10,000 to 20,000. And again, when coming to 20,000 to this was 10,000 to 20,000, and for N it was 20,000 to 50,000. Okay, and for M the population between 50,000 to 1 lakh, and K is greater than 1 lakh. So either you can remember in decreasing or increasing order. K is the highest, V is the lowest, and we are going to substitute these all in the above formulas. So the first formula was the length of highway according to the Bombay road plan was A by 64, B by 80, C by 96. Okay, and plus we need to consider population, I mean number of towns with the population over 1 lakh, and as well as towns with 1 lakh to 50,000, I mean 50,000 to 1 lakh towns also. Here we are going to consider the population with 50,000 to 50,000 to 1 lakh and above 1 lakh, and above 1 lakh is represented with K, and 50 to 1 lakh is represented with M. So for 1 lakh we are going to consider the coefficient as 32, and for 50 to 1 lakh it was 8. Okay, and we need to consider the development factor, I mean development allowance, which is 5% in Bombay road plan. Similarly, the next one is the second one. It is A by 20. So A is nothing but the agriculture or the development developed areas in kilometer square. Area is represented in kilometer square, and B by 24 here, and next one is C by 32. Okay, and just we need to consider here up to P, I mean up to 10,000. In second formula we need to consider the population up to 10,000. Okay, so 48K plus 24M in plus 11.2N 1.6 P plus development length. development allowance. 48K plus 24M plus 11.2N plus 1.6P. So slightly we need to by heart. So mostly they won't ask any problem related to this, but they might be asking some formulas also, in MCQs. So just you can remember the formulas or by heart the formulas. And the third one is including the major district road. There we have to take till R, like we have to consider the population till 2000. So A by 8 plus B by 16 plus C by 24. As usual, the meanings are developed, semi-developed and undeveloped, ABC. So 48K, if you observe, the same thing has been repeated here. 48K plus 24M plus 11.2N has been repeated. From P it has been changed. Okay, that is 9.6P. Okay, P is nothing but population with 10,000 to 20,000. 6.4 into Q. Q is 5 to 10,000. And 2.4 R. 2.4 R is nothing but the number of towns with 2000 to 5000 population, and we need to consider the development allowance. And the fourth formula, we need to consider 3A plus 3B plus 3C. Here if you are considering the ordinary district road also, the development and semi-developed has been increased by 3 times in the numerator, and the formula is 3A by 16 plus 32 by 3B by 32 and C by 16. So that the same thing has been repeated up to and up to 9.6 here. And in addition to that, we are going to take 12.8 Q plus 4 R plus 0.8 S plus 0.32 T. So T is nothing but population with range of 500 to 1000. Okay, here we are not going to consider the village or population of village. And the last formula was A by 4, B by 8 and C by 12 plus, again it has been repeated up to 12.8 Q. Till here it has been repeated, and plus 5.9 R plus 1.6 S. S is nothing but population with the 1000 to 2000 range, and 0.64 T plus 0.2 B plus development allowance. So their meanings are here I have given. These are nothing but the population. Okay, population range. So instead of writing in sentences, I have indicated in numbers, in range. Okay, so just you have to substitute these all in the formulas. If they are asking for the length of the national highway plus state highway plus MDR, we need to consider the third formula according to the Bombay road plan. So these are the formulas which we have seen for the Nagpur and the Bombay road plan. So overall in this video we have discussed about the road development, where it has been started and what are the slopes has been provided, and modern development of the road in India, and associated years with those committees and those acts. And we have discussed about the different 20-year road plans, that is Nagpur, Bombay and Lucknow, and what are the targets of those road plans, and what are the formulas we are going to use to calculate the length of the roads for different like national highway plus state highways, etc. So this is all about the road development and introduction thing. So if you like this video, please share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.